Have you ever stopped to wonder how your diet affects your health? Our food choices are like the fuel we put into a car. Just as a high-performance vehicle needs top-grade fuel to run smoothly, our bodies require nutrient-dense foods to function optimally. But what happens when we consistently fill up on low-grade fuel? Let's explore the world of high-carbohydrate diets and their potential impacts on our health. Imagine carbohydrates as a spectrum. On one end, we have complex carbs, like whole grains and vegetables, which are slowly digested and provide a steady release of energy. On the other end, we have refined carbs, including white bread and sugary snacks, which are quickly absorbed, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. When we consume a diet high in these refined carbs, it's akin to flooring the gas pedal in our car. We experience a quick surge of energy, but it's short-lived. Our bodies respond by producing insulin, a hormone that helps cells absorb this sudden influx of glucose. But just as a car can't sustain top speed indefinitely, our bodies struggle with this constant demand for insulin. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where our cells become less responsive to insulin. Now let's add another layer to this. Refined carbs can also contribute to systemic inflammation, further interfering with insulin's effectiveness. Plus, the excess calories from these carbs can lead to weight gain and obesity, known risk factors for insulin resistance. And it doesn't stop there. Some studies suggest that a diet high in certain types of carbs may lead to increased lipid accumulation in tissues, further disrupting insulin signaling. Over time, this chain of events can result in a vicious cycle of ever-increasing insulin levels, potentially leading to type 2 diabetes. So, is it all doom and gloom? Certainly not. In our next scenes, we'll explore how balanced diets, regular exercise, and maintaining a healthy weight can help combat these effects. So, let's delve deeper into what a high-carbohydrate diet does to our bodies. To understand the impact, we first need to know what a high-carbohydrate diet is. A high-carbohydrate diet is characterized by the regular consumption of foods rich in refined carbohydrates and added sugars. These foods include items such as white bread, pastries, sugary drinks, and highly processed foods. Now, carbohydrates are not inherently bad. They're one of the primary sources of energy for our bodies. However, the issue lies in the type and quantity of carbs we consume. The refined carbohydrates and added sugars found in many processed foods are quickly broken down in the body, leading to rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. This requires the pancreas to produce insulin, a hormone that helps cells absorb glucose from the bloodstream for energy. But here's the catch. When we constantly bombard our bodies with these high glycemic foods, our blood sugar levels remain elevated for extended periods. This places a constant demand on the pancreas to continuously produce insulin. Imagine a factory working overtime, round the clock with no breaks. Sounds stressful, right? Well, that's precisely what we're doing to our pancreas. This persistent demand for insulin production can lead to a condition known as insulin resistance. Insulin resistance occurs when our cells become less responsive to insulin. Think of it like this. You've been shouting at someone for a long time, and they start to tune you out. That's what happens to our cells. They start to ignore the insulin. In addition to insulin resistance, diets high in processed carbs may contribute to systemic inflammation, obesity, and increased lipid accumulation in tissues. All these factors can further interfere with insulin signaling and compound the issue of insulin resistance. But what happens when our bodies are constantly producing insulin to manage high blood sugar levels? Well, over time, if this cycle of high blood sugar and insulin resistance continues, our bodies may struggle to keep up. This can lead to higher insulin levels and potentially result in conditions like type 2 diabetes. But don't worry, we're not doomed yet. In the next scene, we'll explore how we can prevent and manage these issues. Imagine your body as a factory, working overtime to produce insulin. Eventually, it's bound to face challenges. Insulin, a hormone manufactured in the pancreas, is like the key that unlocks cells to let in glucose from the bloodstream for energy. But what happens when the key starts to falter? That's the onset of insulin resistance, a state where cells become less responsive to insulin, and the pancreas has to work harder to keep blood sugar levels in check. This isn't an overnight process. It's a gradual journey, often triggered by a diet high in refined carbohydrates and added sugars. Let's break it down. First, we have chronic high blood sugar. Regularly consuming refined carbohydrates can send blood sugar levels soaring. This puts a constant demand on insulin production, like a factory, churning out products non-stop. Next, there's inflammation. Diets high in processed carbs can contribute to systemic inflammation, a sort of internal fire that interferes with the normal functioning of insulin receptors on cells. It's like the locks on the cells start to rust, making them less responsive to the insulin key. Then comes obesity. Excessive consumption of refined carbs, especially with a surplus of calories, can lead to weight gain. Obesity is a known risk factor for insulin resistance, adding another layer of complexity to the problem. Finally, we have lipid accumulation. Some studies suggest that a high-carb diet can lead to increased fat deposits in tissues. This lipid accumulation can interfere with insulin signaling, further complicating the situation. In the long run, insulin resistance can push the body to produce higher insulin levels, trying to compensate for the reduced effectiveness of insulin. If the pancreas cannot keep up, blood sugar levels may rise, potentially paving the way for type 2 diabetes. So, we see how a high carbohydrate diet can lead us down the path to metabolic diseases, like type 2 diabetes, santiwastong. So, now that we know the potential dangers of a high carbohydrate diet, how can we prevent these issues? Well, the first step is focusing on a balanced diet. This means incorporating complex carbohydrates, fiber, and nutrient-dense foods into your meals. Complex carbohydrates, like whole grains and legumes, break down slowly in the body, providing a steady source of energy without spiking blood sugar levels. Fiber, found in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, can also help manage blood sugar levels and keep you feeling full, reducing the likelihood of overeating. Nutrient-dense foods, such as lean proteins, healthy fats, and a variety of fruits and vegetables, provide essential vitamins and minerals to support overall health. Next, we have regular exercise. Physical activity is a powerful tool in improving insulin sensitivity. When you exercise, your muscles use more glucose, which can help lower your blood sugar levels. Additionally, regular exercise can help you maintain a healthy weight, which is a key factor in preventing insulin resistance. Speaking of weight, maintaining a healthy weight is crucial in preventing and mitigating insulin resistance. If you're overweight, even a modest weight loss can have a significant impact on improving insulin sensitivity. It's not about achieving a certain number on the scale, but about reaching a weight that is healthy for you. It's important to remember that while diet and exercise are vital, they are part of a larger picture. Genetics, lifestyle factors, and overall dietary patterns also play a role in insulin resistance. It's not just about avoiding high carbohydrate foods, but about making holistic lifestyle changes. Choose whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible, and maintain a healthy lifestyle overall. In the end, it's not about demonizing carbohydrates or any other food group. It's about understanding how these foods affect our bodies and making informed choices to support our health. After all, when it comes to our health, it's always better to prevent problems before they occur rather than trying to fix them later. Remember, prevention is always better than cure. Spookus. While we've focused on carbohydrates, it's essential to remember that our overall lifestyle and dietary patterns matter. Holistic health is about embracing a lifestyle that promotes balance and well-being in all areas of our lives. This includes not only what we eat, but how we live. It's about understanding that everything is interconnected, from the food we consume to the amount of sleep we get, the stress we experience, and our physical activity levels. The food we eat plays a vital role in our health, but it's not the only factor. A diet high in refined carbohydrates and added sugars can increase the demand for insulin, leading to insulin resistance. However, it's not just about reducing our intake of these foods. It's about replacing them with nutrient-dense, whole foods that provide our bodies with the nourishment they need. A balanced diet includes complex carbohydrates from whole grains, fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and plenty of fiber. These foods not only help manage blood sugar levels, but also provide essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support overall health. But a holistic approach goes beyond diet. Regular physical activity is a powerful tool for improving insulin sensitivity and managing insulin resistance. It doesn't have to be intense or time-consuming. Simple activities like walking, cycling, or even dancing can have significant benefits. And let's not forget about stress management and sleep. These two often overlooked aspects of health can significantly impact our body's ability to manage blood sugar levels. Chronic stress and lack of sleep can disrupt our body's hormonal balance, including insulin, leading to higher blood sugar levels. Maintaining a healthy weight is also crucial. Obesity is a known risk factor for insulin resistance, and managing our weight through a balanced diet and regular physical activity can help prevent and mitigate this condition. Our health is a complex interplay of various factors, and no single element can guarantee good health. It's about finding the right balance that works for us as individuals. So let's make informed choices about our diet and lifestyle to protect our health and well-being.